Yesterday when I went to print out the photos you sent us, I couldn't print it out just like plain white. It kept printing out as gray, so I couldn't even like color or shade or do anything over it. And then I kept adjusting like the settings on the printer and everything, and it still kept printing out with like a full gray background.
Wow.
Mine's that way too. I actually had to go to FedEx, so I don't have a printer, so I sent it to FedEx, and they printed it.
I'm sorry.
What's that?
I said I would have printed up a couple of extra ones because Catalina came in and picked up a package yesterday. If you needed a package for it, I would have given it to you if you guys need one. You still
That's
need
okay.
one?
I just
Can I today?
Yes, sure, Avery. Go ahead, Stephanie.
No, it's okay. I'm sorry. Since I'm in Turlock, it's kind of harder for me to go out there unless, you know, if it's not for the day. So I went to FedEx and had them print, but it's like gray and it's hard to see. So like, I didn't want to do it wrong. So a lot of them haven't even done yet because I didn't know.
I'm kind of curious, like I'm like looking at the pages in gray. The paper's not gray.
Yeah,
like,
see, look at all of my pages turned out like super
Mine are
dark.
gray too.
Weird.
And I tried so many times to adjust the settings just to mess with it and see if anything would work, and nothing would work.
I'm wondering what's doing that because I'll show you exactly what I did. I like took the picture on my phone and I was sitting it on a white table. I'm like, that's
I don't know why. Because the phone photos look white, and then when I emailed it to myself, it actually still looked like not fully white, like it had a tone to it, but it didn't look that like gray.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is weird.
It's weird because some of them came out dark for me, but then other ones came out like normal. So I don't understand. Printers are stupid.
Okay, we're just gonna say, because I have to give you that work, okay? I'm just gonna ask you to try the best, you're not having to make it perfect, okay? Basically, all we're gonna be doing is highlighting and shadowing. That's basically it, okay? So you can go a little bit lighter than the gray and then go a little bit darker than the gray, because that's all we're actually asking you to do anyways. It's like a highlight contour page. It's not really for color. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that a little easier to understand so it's not so confusing? And a couple of them are just wanting you to outline, you know, like the lips, they're just wanting you to either outline inside the lip or out, you know, inside the line or outside of the line. It's really not, I think everybody's thinking too much into it. And I know it's kind of hard because we have to do it on paper. I don't have any choice right now. I wish I could.
Can you print me a package so I can at least work on it tomorrow? Because I don't have a printer either. And so I can't come and get it.
All right, so they'll be here. If you want to come in today, if anybody wants one, just raise your hand up and I'll print extra ones. Okay, Diana, okay, Priscilla, and okay, Avery. Anybody else? I got Megan. Okay, because I have 3 copies here, I'll just make a couple more. Okay, who's gonna pick them up today? Okay, all right. If you can pick them up after 2:15, because I'll have you until 1 and then I have another class right behind you. Okay, so that 15-20 minutes give me a time to go print them up again, some more copies, but I do have a couple copies here. How's that? Okay. Hi, Angela, where'd you go? Like Angela, good morning. They need to see your face, hon. It's like video off. Angela. Good morning, Angela. Okay, maybe you should try logging off and logging back in again. That might help. I'm just going to check my connection here. I'm in the right room. Okay, so good. That's just strange. Okay, if you want to get credit, I have to be able to see your face. So I'm just going to give you a heads up on that. All right. So we stopped off yesterday at what page here? 374? Or actually 373, right? We were getting ready to do 374, or did we finish that one?
Yeah,
I think we finished 373.
We finished up 373, right? Okay, so then we should be on 374 at the top where it says skin type and condition, because it breaks it down a little bit more, right? Okay, so what you're going to put into that skin type and condition is liquid foundations are used for most skin types. Okay. That's the start. Okay. Liquid foundations are good for most skin types. They can be water-based or oil-based. Okay. Your water base is going to be used for like oily skin, and your oil base is going to be used for a drier or mature skin. So liquid foundations are good for most skin types, water-based or oil-based, and water-based is used for oily, and oil-based is used for dry to mature skin. Everybody get that? Are you still writing? Okay. The level of coverage, okay? You want to use a light coverage for daily use and a heavier coverage to mask imperfections or for photos. So light coverage for daily wear, heavier coverage to mask imperfections and photos. Okay, type of finish required. Generally, a matte finish is the most flattering, okay? But certain fashions will dictate a glossy or shimmer finish. But those are usually used in the evening too. Okay, those glossy or shimmery. You don't want to put anything but a matte on someone that's like over the age of 40. Excuse me. By putting a glossy or a shimmer on top of it, it's actually going to look like there's Angela again. It's going to look, it's going to make them age. It looks older. There you go. Sorry about that. Thank you.
What the heck?
I know, huh? You see your name up there twice?
No, I just went to log in and my computer screen is like going crazy. I can't see anything.
I can't see anything until now it came on.
Oh yeah, I'm having some technical difficulties. I can't see my computer at all now. I don't know what just happened.
I got your camera.
Yeah, but on my my screen on my computer is going crazy right now. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. I can hear you.
Did you
I mean,
leave
I
it
got
on?
that for me right now, but that's about it.
Did you leave it on and not shut it down or something yesterday?
No, I literally just logged on. The only thing I can think of is me trying to log in from my phone so that I wouldn't be late. That might be causing it. So let me see about getting out of the phone version of it and see if that changes it.
Wow, kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah, it is. Oh yeah, see, I'm on this stupid thing. Okay, I'm gonna leave one of these. I don't know if I'm leaving the whole thing altogether,
No,
but
you left the phone one. Yeah, you're fine.
okay. And now my computer is still being weird. Wait.
Yeah, you really can't get too close to it in some points like that. Okay, you ready?
Go ahead. I got it. I'll listen in and I'll figure out what I need to do.
374 though in your study guide.
Okay.
Okay, so the time of day. All right, that's the next part of this. A sheer foundation or a light coverage is best during the day. Okay, a sheer foundation or light coverage is best during the day. And a heavier finish when the lights are a little dimmer or for evening.
Can you repeat that?
Mhm. Sheer foundation or light coverage is good for the day or best for the day. Okay, and a heavier finish may be used when the lights are dimmer or in the evening.
Miss Janie, for the type of finish required, what was the glossy one for?
The glossy ones used for photos or fashion, I guess you could call it fashions. Fashions may dictate glossy or shimmery finish, but that's usually evening. Or photos or something like that. That's when you would probably use it. Special occasion. See there again, you're asking what's the occasion that we're going to be doing these services for. All right, the time of year. Weather plays a real good part in this, okay? So weather conditions will affect your choice. Lightweight in the summer and heavier in the winter. You don't want to have that heavy stuff in the summertime and then end up having to melt in front of people. Okay, you ready for matching the foundation considerations? All right, you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks, right? Okay, the first block is the foundation is to match the skin tone generally. Okay, the foundation is to match the skin tone generally. And because we usually do one of these little things between the face is a little bit darker than the neck, so you want a little bit of both. You kind of work one that works between both of them. Okay, the second block is a common mistake that most people make is incorrect match of skin tones and foundations. Okay. Common mistake that most people make is not matching that skin tone and foundation correctly. And we kind of went through, watched some of those shades turn different colors on Jasmine. But it's weird how they'll be one color when you put them on and you think, oh, that's great. But at 15 minutes later, it's a different color. So you're in the store and the lighting's a little bit different. So then you get it home and you're using it in, you know, your room or outside or at school or something, and it doesn't match. And that's usually why we have 15 different shades of foundation for every girl. How many of you have more than one color of foundation at home? 3, 4, yeah, right? Just depends where I'm going, what I'm gonna do, how thick it has to be. All right, the third one is try to match the foundation in natural daylight if possible. Okay, try to match the foundation in natural daylight if at all possible. So with that window being open right here and her putting those colors up, that was a good way to test it. But I don't know if they're going to let you take that color right outside the department store or wherever you got your makeup at. Let me see. I'll come back in 15 minutes to tell you if I like it or not. All right.
Some places will give you like a little test tube and they'll put it in there so you can take it home and then see.
Yeah, that would be nice, right?
Yeah, I know Sephora does that.
All right. But here's the next one. The correct foundation should disappear into the skin, okay? The correct foundation should disappear into the skin. Okay. And the next one is what I'm constantly saying all the time, okay? The neck is usually lighter. So you want to find a color between your face and your neck, a blend of both. And you know, it's kind of funny a little bit, but we all have a foundation that we truly like more than anything else, okay? And instead of having to purchase another one in a different shade, so for like summer, okay, you can actually take a tinted sunscreen, okay, a darker one, and you can add it to your formulation of your actual makeup to give it a darker tint to it, okay, so that you don't have to purchase another one, because the sunscreen actually does take up that darkness when you're getting color in the summertime. That way you don't have to find another bottle. Otherwise you can buy another bottle of that, if you can afford it, in the darker color. But it's only going to be used at the end of the summer, remember, a couple of months. And how long is your foundation good for? 6 months, something like that? Yeah.
Miss Janie, what was the fourth one?
1, 2, 3, 4. Correct foundation will disappear into the skin.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. And then the last one, the undertone of the client's skin will become evident if the wrong shade is chosen. Okay. The undertone of the client's skin will become evident if the wrong shade is chosen. Because what's going to happen is the skin's either going to be appearing too warm or too cool compared to the bare skin when you choose the wrong one. Okay, you have a learning connection at the bottom, and I know yours aren't shaded because that's what you're supposed to do is shade it, but does it have a description next to, like, say the light creamy, does it have light yellow to slightly peach undertones written in for you? Yes? Okay, then I'm not gonna have you do that learning connection then, okay? Because you need to see the shades, and I can let you see mine, but you have to just color it with a pencil, okay? So I'll let you do that when you come back in. Okay, so now we should be on concealer, right? On the next page, 375. All right. Is everyone finished the other page yet? Okay. So your concealer helps correct particular facial imperfections. Okay. It helps correct particular facial imperfections. Okay. Like under eye circles or broken capillaries or blemishes, even shadow areas of the face that are shadowed. Okay. That's what that concealer is there for. Okay, the types of concealer, you have 3 blocks, okay? The first one is that it's available in liquid, cream, stick, and pot, kind of like foundations. Liquid, cream, stick, and pot formulations.
What was the last one you said, Miss Janie?
Pot, P-O-T, I know it sounds funny.
Oh,
Huh?
okay.
It comes in a little pot and it's real thick. It's usually like grease paint. And then the second block is cream and liquid concealers provide light to medium coverage. Okay, cream and liquid concealers provide light to medium coverage. And here's another thing that you guys have a tendency to do. I explained that when you're doing a massage, your hands can be either lighter or heavier, depending on each person's, touch. Same thing kind of happens when you're putting on that makeup. If your hand is a little heavier, okay, you might be wiping off most of that makeup. If it's a little lighter, you may not be able to blend it a little bit. So just pay attention to that, okay? And the third one here is stick concealers will provide medium to heavy coverage. Okay, stick concealers provide medium to heavy coverage. And then your pot's obviously going to be the heaviest. Okay, is anybody from Oakdale or Riverbank or any in that area? No? Okay.
I just moved back to that area.
Who said that?
Avery, I did.
Avery?
Yeah.
Okay, because a friend of mine just sold her business that was up there to another one of my older students who just purchased it. But I don't know if you know who Venus Secrets is? Have you
No,
heard of it?
that may be a newer place. I used to live in Oakdale a long time ago, and I just barely moved back here, so I don't know if it's like newer. I probably have never heard it.
What place is it, Miss Jeannie? I live in Oakdale.
Okay, Venus Secrets.
Venus?
And then she moved from Oakdale into Riverbank.
Oh, okay.
She had a really good place.
Okay. I haven't seen it yet, so probably because I just don't go out that much. But
Well, because there was a lot of stuff going on between, like March all the way up until now. So
Right.
she just sold it. So her clientele that she already had were people that were getting treatments mainly. Okay. So they were buying series all the time. So all of those clients that she just gave away to someone else were series. They would have been paying for those type of treatments for a long time. So I'm like, that's a good investment in that little area. As long as they can start back to work, they'll be fine. But we got to get back to work. All right, selecting a concealer now, all right? The goal is to neutralize the unwanted color, okay? So the goal is to neutralize the undesired color or unwanted color rather than to lighten it. So that's why some of those concealers will come in different colors, like light lavenders and greens, peaches, those type of colors. You want to choose a complementary color as the concealer so that the concealer can make a neutral look. Okay, so you want to choose a complementary color so the concealer can achieve that natural look or neutral look. Does anybody in here have a redness that they have to cover up a lot of times? Yeah, okay, so if you're not using your green concealer under there, a lot of times you're going to have that red come through no matter what concealer or what makeup you put on. Because all that's going to do is just counteract that redness so that you can put on and have a fresh palette and it'll be neutral. Okay, powder considerations, okay? And you should have 4 blocks for that one. All right, the first one is it's used to set the foundation, concealer, or other makeup products so that they don't streak or fade. So used to set the foundation, concealer, or other products so they don't fade or streak or rub off. I thought that's what the finishing spray was, to keep it from rubbing off. I never used to wear a primer, okay? I never did. And just recently I started wearing it, and you can see a big difference in the way my makeup stays on throughout the day. It's weird, because I didn't like it at first because it felt like it was still damp when I went to, and I have powder to put on, but it stays on all day. I get home and I'm like, that's weird. It's on still. Usually by noon it's off.
It does it tend to like get greasy or caked up or anything? Because I haven't been able to find one.
Yeah, you're putting too much on, then that's what it is. Okay, because it should be.
Oh.
Yeah, I thought so too, and I'm like, because I'm only putting like a dab on it.
Yeah, exactly. Like a little tiny droplet goes a ton. But it still feels like, for me, I haven't found one where I can put something on over it and it doesn't end up getting super oily and all jacked up.
I don't know, but I remember I just bought that other new makeup, but I'm going to tell you, I went back to the e.l.f. one because the e.l.f. one worked really great. I liked that one. I was surprised. And then
I'll
I
have to
paid
try it.
like $6 and it really wasn't as good as the e.l.f. one. So I guess it just depends.
Yeah.
Okay, your second powder one, it's used to reduce the appearance of shine. It's used to reduce the appearance of shine on your skin. With that being said, you don't need to powder your face all day long. Okay, if you've got a little bit of a dewy kind of look, you can actually use a rice paper to blot it so that you're not powdering constantly all day long. Now, I'm not talking about just a regular touch-up that you need to do, in the afternoon or something like that, but you shouldn't be putting powder on it all day long, 2 or 3 times before the end of the day. All right, the third one, apply before powdered products such as blush or your contouring and shading that are powders. Okay, it's apply before powdered products such as blush and your contouring and shadings. But if you're contouring and shading is cream, you're going to have to, the powder goes on afterwards. Okay, most of your clients that don't like a heavier feel, they're just going to be wearing powder anyways as their foundation. All right, and your last one, after the liquid or cream products, such as foundations and cream blushes. Okay, after liquid and cream products, such as foundations or cream blushes. Everybody get that in there? All right, types of powders, okay? You have 3 bullets, okay? And the first one is the most common form of powder are loose and pressed. And both of those colors can, or both of those powders can be found like in a translucent, which is clear, and a tinted powder. But they do come in a already pressed or loose powder. Okay. The second one is the translucent powder can be combined with any foundation because it allows the shade to see through.
Can you repeat the first one for types of powder?
The most common form of powder is loose and pressed. Okay. But they can become, you know, they're found in like translucent and tinted forms also. So you have a loose powder, translucent or tinted, and you have pressed powder, translucent and tinted. And the last one in there is tinted powders usually coordinate with matching foundations. So tinted powders usually coordinate with matching foundations. Everybody get it in there? You okay, Catalina?
Can you repeat the second one? I didn't get that one. I'm sorry.
Okay. The translucent powder can be combined with any foundation shade because it allows the color to see through or show through, whichever one you want to write that. Okay. Does everyone have all of those in there? Yeah? All right, you're going to go into your eyebrow color considerations. Okay, and you've got 3 on this page. Yeah, okay. So the first one is it's used to shade or fill in brows. Okay, it's used to shade or fill in brows with colored powders or pencils. I find that the pencil, if they've got a nice touch to it, they can make a nice brow. But if they're just kind of sloppy, that pencil is a little bit difficult to work with. So powder might be easier, but powder doesn't stay on as long unless you've got that primer and finishing spray. But it is a softer look. Okay, the second block, you want to match the eyebrow color to hair color as close as possible. However, brown is pretty much good for any type. If you'll notice around a natural blonde still has brown eyebrows. Not really. Yeah, see, a lot of blondes do. And then it's funny because once you lighten the hair, like, didn't you want to lighten your eyebrows? Why would I want to lighten my eyebrows?
Exactly.
First of all, if you light my eyebrows, I'm going to have red eyebrows. Okay, I'm not going to have a pretty. And then if I have blonde eyebrows, I'm going to have to darken them anyways because I need to see them.
Yeah, I noticed there's a new fad where blonde chicks have like practically black eyebrows right now. Like, what's going on with that? I don't get it.
Like,
I have no idea.
right now I'm wearing blonde. That's blonde.
That's blonde.
That's the blonde.
It's still brown.
Oh wow,
It's still brown.
That's pretty brown.
Yeah, the Anastasia Dip Brow, and it's the blonde color. It looks really light in here, and then you put it on, and even if you like spread it out and like blend it and everything, it's still pretty dark. So it's like, all right, I guess.
Some
It
of
looks
those
good.
brushes- yeah, some of those brushes that they have to apply it with, a powder part anyways, they're not really, they're pointed. And even one in your makeup kit, it's got like a little point on it. A makeup brush for your brows should look like a very small toothbrush, okay, seriously. That is about the best brush you can get for your eyebrows, instead of like a little pointed one where you're drawing the pencil on that way. But it does, if you put on the one that's got, looks like a little tiny toothbrush about this big, and you just brush it in there, it kind of gets where it's supposed to go, and it doesn't look like it's powdered, and it looks nice.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Our grandmothers used, my grandmother anyways, used it for mascara. Okay, they had a mascara that came in a small little, like powder, and it was like black, and it came with that same toothbrush or the tiny little brush, and you applied with either your eyes, so it doesn't look like you've got mascara, like clumps of it on. It actually darkened the brow, you know, gave it color without making it look, I don't know, like spiders.
Unnatural.
Those things are kids. I can't stand when I'm looking at something that's got so much mascara, it's like mascara on top
Oh
of
my
mascara.
God, yeah. Like chunks, like you just want to pick the
Yeah,
chunks
it's like,
off
did
your
you ever
lashes.
wash that off? Oh, that just looks nasty to me. It's like, it looks like it's never been washed off, ever.
Yeah, yeah.
They just put more on. Ugh. If you need that much mascara, put on a set of false lashes. It'll look much
Exactly.
nicer. All right. So the third one on this, okay, is there are 6 basic shapes, eyebrow shapes, okay? 6 basic eyebrow shapes. And they are round, angled, soft angled, curved, flat, squared, and a high arch, okay? Did everybody get those? Yeah, okay. So there are quite a few websites now that cater just to brows. And I don't even know if this was even there anymore because I used it for so many years because it helped. So I'm losing my voice. It helped because if you knew what the face shape they had and they were coming to you to ask you which shape do you think I should be wearing, it kind of gave that face shape to that particular brow, okay? Or if you had to kind of adjust it because somebody's face was a little bit too wide or too narrow, those are ways that actually help you. And so you can look up, you know, finding the right eyebrow shape or from the right shape for your face shape. There's a couple of them. There's this one, if it's still there, it's called Eyebrows, and it's EYEBROWZ. Okay, if it's still up. But they even had a measuring tool to do all of it on that. And it was kind of fun. It was easier for the girls to understand it on that site. But I'm sure there's plenty more. Okay. I might just have you do that today since we'll save the nose for tomorrow when you guys get here, you know, as far as your homework. Just research some sites that have areas where you can learn how to decide which brow shape you should be wearing or what our clients should be wearing, okay? At least that you would understand so you could explain it to your clients, okay? So you're gonna have to find something that's easy that you understand, and you're gonna tell me about it when you come back in.
So I typed in eyebrows with the Z,
Mm-hmm.
and it popped up for eyebrow wigs.
Eyebrow what? Wigs? You said wigs?
You glue them on,
Oh my God.
and it's a
I've
full
seen the
website.
tattoo one. I have seen the tattoo ones. I'm tempted to try it. Because you know those little tattoos you got when you were a kid, you got them wet, right? And then you just put them on and you walked around, you know, and you're like Popeye or something. Well, they have them for your eyebrows now, okay? You literally put them in water and then you rub it on here and it looks like real hair. I'm tempted to see what that looks like. I don't know how long it would stay on there. It would at least stay on for a day. What, Jasmine, you're gonna say something, I know it. But, so your little homework assignment is going to be looking up an area online about eyebrows. Something that's easy for you to explain to a client. Okay, so if you understand what they're actually describing to you, you're gonna be able to describe it to a client if they're asking you, what shape do you think I should be wearing? Okay. Because you guys are all going to be, you're the generation of looking up everything on the computer.
So we're looking up something that will help us find a shape.
Mm-hmm. The shape of the eyebrow against the client's face or your face shape. Okay. So I guess keywords would be face shapes and eyebrow shapes, matching, that kind of stuff. That way you don't have to come down and pick up the package for tomorrow. Unless you want yesterday's package, you can come and pick that up. But I'll save tomorrow's, today's package for tomorrow, the one on the noses, okay? We'll do the rest of it together.
So do you want us to write down a piece of paper, just like how you would explain it to your client?
Yes, because I'm going to ask you when you come in, you're going to tell me, well, what do you think I should be wearing? So you're going to try to make a judgment call on what you learned from researching the eyebrow shapes.
Okay.
Okay? Does everybody understand what they're going to be doing? Are you sure? How about you, Megan? Do you understand?
Yeah, I think so.
You're just going to research, okay, different areas. How do I determine what eyebrow shape I should be wearing with my face shape? Okay, so you'll be able to put in there like, I have a diamond face. I want, what shape eyebrow should be best worn for me? Okay, if you can find anything about, and if that was too difficult for you, look up the tattoo eyebrows. And you can look up that eyebrow wigs or whatever that thing was, okay? So you could explain it to the class tomorrow when you come in. Something about our eyebrows that would be interesting that we don't know about, okay? I know that tinting, everyone likes to do the tinting, but that's not in your, it's not in your scope, so you can't do that, okay? You can't do the eyebrow color or you can't do the eyebrow perming or the enhancement, what they call it.
So I can do research on that brow wigs and tell you about it? Okay.
Yes.
I'll do that then.
Because you're going to have people coming to you, occasionally it's like, what do you think about this? And what do you think about that? And now's a nice time to start looking up that stuff so you can give your clients a heads up on it. The more knowledge you have, the better you are to your clients, at least. Angela, were you going to ask me something?
You just want us to write a few something?
Yeah, just like a little report or something that you can explain it to the class tomorrow.
No, I wasn't going to say, I just looked up eyebrow wigs and I'm seeing all these videos of these furry little arches. It's interesting.
Yeah,
it's interesting.
It is kind of interesting. All right, so Jasmine, you understand? Okay, you okay? All right, I know, huh? I'm looking at everyone and they're like, ugh. I don't know, they made crack coffee, that's what they call it this morning. And I'm like, ugh, the Vietnamese coffee.
Ooh, those are strong.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Okay.
If you ever want a really strong coffee, try a cafecito, the Cuban coffee. It's literally so concentrated. You can only have maybe this much of it. And it's like taking a shot of espresso, but 10 times worse.
Those are really good. I've had those. And they sometimes have a little flavor to them. And they called it a Cubano.
Yeah, it's called a Cubano, but or a cafecito or something. But it's I had it in Miami when I went, and I was bouncing off the walls, and it was a fun time.
Yeah, I'm the one person that's going to have something to drink. I'm probably going to have a liquor with a little bit of coffee in it.
There you go.
So I can enjoy the alcohol, That's just me.
Okay. Isn't that called Irish coffee or something?
Yeah.
That's it. Everyone else is drinking their alcohol. I'm like, I've got alcohol, don't worry about it. They're like, you're drinking a coffee. Yeah, but it's got alcohol in it too. Okay, the next page on 376, we have an eyebrow. And remember the proportions we were talking about before when we were measuring? Okay, you have 2/3 from the lash line to the brow at its peak and 1/3 from the lash line to the crease. Okay, it's crease to the brow, yeah. Okay, so lash line to crease and crease to brow. All right, so what you're gonna put underneath the eye, all right, is a well-spaced eye, has the width of one eye between them, okay? A well-spaced eye has the width of one eye between them. That's right here. So you measure your own eye, and that should be one eye between them. If it's not, let's say that it is less than, okay, you're going to be close set. And if it's more than, you're going to be wide set. Okay, now it depends on what you're going to be doing. If you're close set and you are heavier, then that's great. Keep it that way because it actually balances out the face. If you're very slim and you have wide set, you want to bring it in just a little bit to make it look, you know, so it's not as narrow, but now it's got to open up just a little bit. It's weird how it plays like an illusion with the face, but it works. Okay, so you've got well-spaced eyes, have the width of one eye between them, okay? And did you get close set would be less than one eye and wide set would be more than one eye. Okay. So eyeshadow considerations, and you should have 4 blocks on that one. And the first one is its availability. So it's available in crayon, gel, powder, and pencil, and in stick and cream forms. Okay, so it's available in crayon, gel, powder, and pencil, and stick and cream forms. Usually those stick and cream forms will have a petroleum base to it. All right, the second block, it's used to create more contour or exaggerate an eye crease, okay? It's used to create more contour or exaggerate the eye crease. Okay. And the next one, daytime shadows should include neutrals, okay? Daytime shadows should include neutrals, and those would be like beige, taupe, soft gray, and light brown. Those are your neutrals. But again, remember, it depends on the line itself, how they're doing their colors, because most colors can be warm or cool, just depending on how they mix them. Okay. And your last one on there is the evening shadows are deeper or more intense. Okay. Evening shadows are deeper or more intense. Or we could say it's a little heavier. Megan, where'd you go?
Sorry, my low power mode came on.
Can't hide from me. Okay. So has everyone got all 4 of those? Okay. So now we're going to eyeliner considerations, okay? And you should have 5 of those, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. The first block, all right, it's used to accent or emphasize the shape and size of the eyes. Okay. It's used to accent and emphasize the shape and size of the eyes. There's a little bit more that goes with that. Okay, and then you're going to write, and to enhance the thickness of the lashes. It says enhance the thickness. It's not going to make it thicker, because what makes it thicker is that mascara. Okay. The second block is available in liquid, pencil, and powder forms. Liquid, pencil, and powder forms. Right, the next one is the pencil eyeliner, offers the most control. Okay, And the powder, this is on the next line, the powder eyeline results in the softest line. We kind of know that already because we use them. Okay, and the last one in there, dramatic lines, such as those that are achieved with a liquid liner. They're not always flattering, and they appear very strong. More evening or photo shoots. So dramatic lines such as those achieved with a liquid liner may not be that flattering, and they appear strong. Make sure everyone's got them all in there. All right, you ready for your mascara considerations? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the first block, it defines, lengthens, and thickens the lashes. Defines, lengthens, and thickens the lashes. Okay, the second one, it's available in liquid, cake, and cream forms. Liquid, cake, and cream forms. And applied to both upper and lower lashes. The third one, infection control practices require us to use disposable wands. Okay, infection control practices require us to use disposable wands. The next one is the eyelash curler may be used prior to the application of mascara. It helps open up the eyes. So eyelash curler may be used prior to the mascara to make the eyes appear more open. Okay, and our last one in there. An eyelash separator or comb can be used after the mascara to avoid the clumpy look for those little spider things coming growing out. The eyelash separator comb can be used after applying the mascara to avoid a clumpy look. Time for a break. Yeah, you're like, oh, please. All right, how about 6 after? 6 after 12. All right, 7 after 12. Yeah, 7 after 12. Okay, I'll see you back here in a few minutes.
Hey, Miss Janie.
Uh-huh.
So, I was just wondering, how do I access any of the like typing papers or homework that we should be turning into you?
Okay, you're going to go on to, do you know how to get to the chapter?
So I know how to get to Pivot, and I was trying last night my hardest to like maneuver around the website, and I couldn't get to the homework.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I have to stop the class a little earlier anyways today. So
Uh-huh.
if you stay in afterwards, I can run it through with you, okay?
Okay.
You gotta find it,
Okay.
okay? All right. Otherwise, I can do it like right now. Let's see. Let me see if I can pull it up right now and show you. Is it
Okay.
not-
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Uh,
Yeah, I'm sorry. Just that day when the other instructor, she was downloading it for me, she didn't really have that much time. She was like helping someone else. So she didn't really get to like show me all the steps on the website, like how to pull my
Oh, okay.
work. And so I told her like I could probably figure it out. And then I went home and tried figuring it out. And I was like, oh my God, this is difficult.
It's hard, huh? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull up the website first real
Okay.
quick, okay? All right. I gotta log on. The only problem when I do this, okay, I'm gonna show you a page, and then I'll have to, you won't be able to see my face. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, I can hear
Okay.
you.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna try and share both of these pages, okay?
Okay.
So hold on a second. Let's see, share, here we go. Application, and right there, okay? All right, so can you see this page?
Yes.
Okay, so right here, let me just make sure this is where I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go up to the learn right here, okay, and I'm gonna click on that. All right, and then I'm gonna scroll over here to that gray area, right? And I'm gonna go to the bottom where it says Salon Fundamentals Aesthetics.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and you're gonna click on that. And then it's gonna bring this up. Now, these are your lesson plans, okay?
Oh,
So
okay.
like 1, 2, you have to go to the end where, because we need it for chapter 12. Okay, so I'm gonna go to like the next page because it should be on the next page. All right, so I'm gonna go to page 2. I'll look for, I want to go like this. Come down to 12. I hope it's on this page. Oh, it's on page 3. It's on one of those. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now I'm going to scroll down to 12, because this chapter goes 12A, and then it has, let's see, does it have 3 of them? Or, okay, that's still, are you kidding me? Page 4 still? Okay, all right, there we go. 12.1, 12.2, 12.8, but we're going to be going through, you need to do 12.1, 12.2, and right now we're in the makeup part of it. Okay, so
Okay.
I'm going to open this up. I'm going to scroll it down a little bit so I can open it up. All right, and I'm just going to click on this, and it's going to bring this up. Okay, right here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's where your slides are at, right?
Yeah, I see that now. I would have not figured that out. I was clicking everywhere and somehow I didn't get to that spot.
Okay, so you know how to click on the slides, which would be this, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so then you're going to go to down here where it says click on to open the file, right? And then that gives you the smart notes we're working on.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Then you're going to go to the,
Oh,
this one
sorry,
says
my dog's
below,
barking.
click below to this right here. So it says research the various beauty sites online that you could use to stay updated on the latest makeup products. So click on that,
Okay.
and then it basically asks you to give them a comment on it. Did you find a site? Like right now we're going to be doing eyebrows, so you can put that part in there. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. And then you go back, you know, and then you go to the next one. So I'm gonna have to go back one. Yeah. One here. And then you're gonna go down where it says, should you know? And then it says, click on that. Right here. There it goes. Okay. So it says, take a selfie that clearly shows your face shape. Make sure your hair is pulled back to really the hairline. And then it's take a picture. All right.
Gotcha.
Then you go down, and then you go down, hold on. And you go down to where it says, okay. Click below to start the test. It's like 10 questions on there. That's the lesson challenge. And
Oh,
so
okay.
you don't have to send me a picture of that because once you take it, it will tell me the score. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I forgot that you can't see me. I was nodding.
Yeah. Okay. So that's how you get to that area.
Okay, that makes
Okay.
sense.
All right. You sure you can find it?
Yeah, yeah. No, I have it open in the background too. As you were going through it, I was clicking also on my end.
Okay.
Yeah. So thank you so much. I don't know. I just was not able to find that, and I was literally on the website last night, probably searching for like an hour.
It's okay because I've done it too. All right,
Okay.
and I would get super frustrated. Okay, I would wait for Connie to come back, and I'm like, okay. There you go. Sorry, Jasmine.
Yeah, there you go. She texted
Yeah.
me. Can you tell her to let me in?
I wasn't paying attention to you. I was going through showing somebody how to get to their homework assignments.
Oh, and Miss Janie.
Mhm.
Since we already completed the chapter 12, do we have to retake them again, or do you not want us to retake it?
You mean the test?
Yeah, because I've done every single one of these.
Oh, you can take it. Yeah, you can take it again. I'm gonna actually, when we finish this chapter, you'll take the real test inside the classroom.
Okay,
These
so
are just like, again, yeah. It gives you another shot to take the test again if you want to.
okay, yeah, I'll just retake the test because I completed everything. I'm like, because I remember we go through what I already went through when I first started doing it online. So I'm like looking through, I'm like, I already did all of these. Like, do I?
I know, and you know, we couldn't go through those that fast, you know, to be able to do it, but they were having you do it before I even got into theory with you.
Yeah,
So
I was doing it when we were on Donna Green's Zoom calls.
Oh, it's horrible. I'm so glad this is like slowly tapering off.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're doing what we're doing now.
Does everybody know how to get onto the website and do their homework on this? Okay. Catalina and Diana, you know how to get online?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. Just so that you guys are keeping up on that, because I'm going to go back there today, this afternoon, and check test scores. Make sure that you guys have been doing them on the chapters that we've, you know, covered. So I just want to let you know. All right. So we're going to go into the next page, which is 377, right? And it's the artificial eyelash considerations, right? And you have actually you have 4 bullets on that one, but the first bullet is it's used to thicken the eyelashes that are sparse. Okay, it's used to thicken the eyelashes that are sparse. Okay, and the second one, it's available in strip and individual. Strip and individual. These are not enhancements, okay? Enhancements are the ones you pay a couple $100s for, okay? Just so that you know that. The individual ones will stay on a couple of days depending on, you know, how well you got them on there and how you take care of them, okay? But they're not the enhancements where you just can do anything in them, pretty much. I realize they're not as easy as you think to keep, you know, to keep them clean and to keep them from falling out, all that stuff. It's just not worth it to me. I'm just not into it yet. Okay, then it says measuring the eyelashes for eye length. All right, and the first bullet is to align the strip at the beginning of the lash line. Okay, align the strip at the beginning of the lash line closest to the nose. Okay. And then extend it to the end of the client's outer eyelashes. So to align this strip at the beginning of the lash line closest to the nose and extend to the end of the client's outer lashes. You ready for the second one? All right, cut the outer end of the eyelash strip on an angle so that follows the diagonal of the natural lash line. Cut the outer edge of the eyelash strip on an angle so it follows the diagonal of the natural lash line. Okay. Trimming is usually needed, but you know it is for state board. Sometimes lashes, even though you get them in the kit, they're not curly enough like this way. So you can curl like a strip lash, And the way to do it is to lay the lash on the tin foil, and I place this right onto the part of the curved part. I lay it like this, and then I roll it on top so that the tin foil wraps around in a curl. Now it like tries to curl the lashes around the pencil. That's one way of doing it. But it's another thing. And then you have to go back into it because you cut the ends of it off, but you're going to go back into the strip of the lashes, and you're going to go like this because you're going to cut in to feather those lashes so that it's not so one full strip. Because a natural lash doesn't look like one full strip. It's got shorter ones and longer ones in there. Okay, so did you get all of those in there? Okay, so blush considerations then. All right, there are 3 of them on this top part. It's also called rouge, R-O-U-G-E, or cheek color. And it's used to add color to the face, especially in the little cheek parts.
What was the first word you said, Miss Janie?
It's also called rouge, R-O-U-G-E, or cheek color. Okay, and it's used to add color to the face, you know, especially in your cheek area. The second bullet, it's used to add shape to the face. All right. Then there's 3 types of blush. The first one, you're going to put in, it's available in liquid, cream, gel, and powder. Liquid, cream, gel, and powder. Okay, and then the second one, cream and gel forms are applied before powder. Cream and gel forms are applied before powder. Okay, and the third one on the bullets is powdered blush is applied after facial powder. And it's usually preferred for oilier skin, but it's applied after the facial powder. You should have 1 extra little line right there left, right? You didn't write too big. Okay, I want you to put a little star next to that because you're going to add something in there. This is a test question. And the test question is this: liquid foundation is suitable for all skin types. Okay, you and I both know that's not true, but that's a State Board actual test question that makes no sense, but that's the answer to it. Because I wouldn't use it on somebody that had large pore size, you know, just wouldn't. So there's like, when the test question comes up, people are always putting the wrong answer. They want to put powder in, because I would have put powder in there too for oilier skin, but no, the answer actually is liquid foundation. Okay, selecting the blush, all right? The first bullet, there's 4. The lightness or darkness of the client's skin will determine the depth of the blush, okay? The lightness or darkness of the skin will determine the depth of the blush color. All right, the second bullet, the blush should coordinate with the tones of the rest of the makeup. So that means if you are using all warm tones, you need to be using warm blushes also, okay? So blush should coordinate with the tones of the rest of the face. I have jerky, thank you. I know, I don't care. Thank you though. Let's give me some caribou meat. Okay. Your next one, the third one, apply to the apple of the cheek. You say to the fleshy part of the cheek. Okay, so if you're hitting the meaty part of the cheek, okay, you shouldn't go over like this close to the pupil. So it's got to be on this side of the pupil, even on the meaty cheek. So it's not like from here up, it's just on the cheeks. All right, the fourth one, soften blush application by applying powder, translucent powder over the cheek color and blend it. So soft blush application by applying translucent powder over the cheek area and blend it. Okay. You ready for your lip colors already? You guys are writing fast now. All right, the lip color, there's 2 bullets. The first one is a soft, natural look in lip color is preferred for daytime looks. So soft and natural for daytime looks. All right, and the second one is that fashion may call for a stronger lip color at certain times, but you want to make the overall balance. You want to make the makeup, I guess, look proportionally balanced. That's what I want to say, okay? So fashion may call for stronger lip color, but overall makeup application should be proportionally balanced. So it's usually heavier at night, again, lighter throughout the day. Okay, this lip liner part right here, which I'm gonna read the whole thing and then you can break it down, because after doing yesterday's assignment, you know, like drawing around the lips, you kind of know what I'm talking about. It's applied to the outer edge of the lips to define the shape of the lips and to prevent the lipstick from bleeding, okay? It's also used to correct imperfections, okay, like in your lip shape, right? So it's applied to the outer edges of the lips to define the shape of the lips and to keep the lipstick from bleeding. Okay. And used to visually correct imperfections in the lip shape, right? And it just basically goes into, you should apply a lip primer first to help the lip liner go on smoothly and to bring out the true color of the lips. And that's all that goes in there. Aha. Lip color. All right, you got 3 blocks there, right? All right, so the first one is, the purpose of the lip color is to complete the balance of color for the face, okay? The purpose of the lip color is to complete the balance of color for the face. And it shouldn't overpower the amount of color that's applied to your cheek and eyes. So there's like 1 focal point here, ladies, you don't want 5 of them, okay? You shouldn't just be pop, pop, pop. Find 1 area you're gonna to focus on. All right. The second one is used to correct the shape and size of the mouth to make it more proportionate. Okay, used to correct the shape and size of the mouth to make it more proportionate. And that third one, it basically tells you to apply the foundation to the lips to block out the natural lip line, so you can make a new one. So apply foundation to the lips to block out the natural lip line, so you can make a new one. All right, then you have types of lip color, and there are 4 bullets. And the first one is its availability. So it's available in tube, stick, wand, and gloss. Tube, stick, wand, and gloss. Okay. The second bullet, it's best applied with a lip brush. The third one, it's going to come in different types of formulas. So it can come in cream, sheer, satin, and matte. cream, sheer, satin, and matte. Okay. And your last one here is the lip glosses have a tendency to have less concentration of color than lipsticks, okay? Lip glosses tend to have less concentration of color than lipsticks because they're used on like on chapped or dry lips. Okay, I like to use them for their moisturizing properties. Okay.
Miss Janie, can you go over the lip
Also
color
having-
bullets just one more time?
The colors? The
The lip
cream part?
colors? Yeah,
Okay.
just really quick.
All right, so the first one is the purpose of the lip color is to complete the balance of color for the rest of it. It shouldn't go overpowering like the cheeks and the eyes, okay? The second one is used to correct the shape and size of the mouth to make it more proportionate. And the third one was apply the foundation to the lips to block out the natural lip line so you can create a new one. Did we get them? Hey Megan, what is that that's showing in my monitor here?
What?
That's flashing on your screen. That's
Oh,
the
it's my laptop because it has auto brightness. So when the sun goes up and down, it's my laptop. Yeah, it's my laptop light going up and down because it has auto brightness.
All right. So you have this little learning connection, okay, and it says the guidelines found on page 419 of your textbook outline the ideal mouth and lips. In the space provided below, draw a frontal view and a side view of the lip to represent these guidelines. So basically, you're just trying to correct certain things on that picture, all right? You're gonna do an outline of it. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I'm gonna show you my side view. Okay. Can you really see that the marking on there? Can you see where I drew a route outside of it? There you go. Because that's basically what you're going to be doing. Okay, you're just trying to balance it back out. Okay, we're actually going to stop right here today. Because they want me taking my lunch now. It's like, okay, I will do it at 12:30, right? All right. Does everyone understand the homework assignment? Yes? Okay, just want to make sure. All right. Then I'm going to let you go for the day if that's all I needed. No questions asked? Nothing?
I
Okay.
probably won't come and get that packet from you since you're okay with it just being gray pages, because I can
Okay.
figure it out like that.
Okay. And so I'm not giving you anything other than that. We'll do it tomorrow when we come back in, all of us together. Just make sure tomorrow you bring in your the package that, you know, like the ones you printed out that you can actually work with. Okay, so like at least explain it. Okay, I'll give you a clear one when you get here.
Oh, okay.
So bring in the other one. Okay, I still want to see the other one.
Okay.
All right.
Miss
Okay.
Jane,
Uh-huh.
are we gonna be doing the state board practice tomorrow? Or?
Yes. Yes. We got to do that once a week. May as well just do it on Thursdays every day.
And
get
then
it done.
the little bottles, you want us just to fill them with water right now?
I have cream here if you need for the different creams, but the water you can fill up when you get here.
Okay, because I have massage cream, so I have that.
Okay. All right. I just had a lot of like just hand lotion I stuck in there so that you didn't have to waste away, you know, massage cream and stuff like that.
Okay, I think I have some spare hand lotion too that I don't even use anymore that I can probably put in there.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
Then I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay. Night. Have a nice day.
Bye, Miss Janie.
Bye-bye, huh?